Triple H to bring back former WWE star and crown her the inaugural Women's US Champion? Possibility explored. On Friday, WWE SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis introduced a new title for the women's division, the Women's United States Championship. The details of how and when the first champion will be crowned haven't been revealed yet, but Aldis said the title will have to be earned by the company's female superstars. The newly introduced title could pave the way for the return of Becky Lynch. The four-time WWE Women's Champion has been rumored to make a WWE comeback for some time now. She left the company on June 1, 2024, after her contract expired. There was no news of the man signing a new deal with the global juggernaut. Lynch's last match was against the current Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan. She lost the Women's World title to Morgan at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event in Jeddah on May 25. She failed to regain it from the Miracle Kid in a steel cage match on Raw. This was her final appearance for the company. On Instagram, she uploaded a photo of herself, captioned, "To be continued." WWE CCO Triple H might bring back Becky Lynch to SmackDown and book her in a battle royal to crown the inaugural Women's United States Champion. Otherwise, the man could return to face a top name in a potential one-on-one match to determine the inaugural title holder. There doesn't appear to be a solid reason why the game should book Becky Lynch in a storyline with Morgan immediately upon her arrival. Currently, Rhea Ripley is a top contender for the Women's World Championship and is embroiled in a bitter storyline with the Miracle Kid. Hence, Triple H can script Lynch's return on SmackDown. The man could bring prestige to the Women's United States Championship if she becomes the first star to hold it. However, this is just speculation and nothing has been confirmed. According to industry veteran Vince Russo, the Stamford-based company should have replaced Becky Lynch with Lyra Valkyria, whom the man endorsed before going on hiatus. Russo felt Valkyria could have become a massive heel if she claimed to be a better version of Lynch. On this week's edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Russo said WWE should have slowly built Valkyria and Lynch's storyline, with the former claiming to be a replacement for the man. The former writer believed this would have resulted in a big rivalry between the two. While WWE hasn't teased a storyline between Valkyria and Becky Lynch, Triple H may script the man's return on SmackDown by making her the first Women's United States Champion. Triple H, the creative mastermind and driving force behind WWE's recent direction, has an undeniable legacy in reinventing the women's division, pushing it to new heights with historic matches, main events, and titles. Given his recent push to establish meaningful, distinct titles for both male and female competitors, the prospect of introducing a Women's United States Championship seems ripe with potential. This championship would bring fresh storylines, amplify the diversity of the women's division, and allow a platform for new rivalries and contenders. Speculation has been swirling about who could become the inaugural champion, and more excitingly, if Triple H might bring back a former WWE star to take on the role. Let's dive into the concept of a Women's United States Championship, its significance, and who might be the ideal choice to set the foundation for its legacy. The addition of a Women's US Championship would solidify WWE's commitment to its female athletes by giving them another avenue to showcase their skills, and it would create a distinct championship on the main roster, parallel to the Men's US Championship, currently held by superstars like Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio. The women's roster has grown significantly, with an impressive pool of talent, from established superstars like Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair to breakout stars like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Yet with only the Women's World Championship and the Women's Tag Team Championship available on each brand, there's a bottleneck when it comes to title opportunities. A women's US title would open the door for women outside the championship picture to engage in meaningful feuds, further develop their characters, and build momentum in a more flexible mid-card setting. With a well-executed championship, WWE can foster fresh rivalries and set a new standard for the women's division, allowing for a more dynamic, layered approach. Since taking the reins of WWE's creative direction, Triple H has become known for revitalizing the roster by bringing back fan-favorite stars such as Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and Dakota Kai. He's also championed returning legends and integrating them into storylines that enrich the overall product. With the Women's US Championship, Triple H could easily follow this strategy, bringing back a former WWE star to debut as the inaugural champion or become the face of the title. The WWE Universe has many former women's stars who left a lasting impact, especially during the late 2000s and early 2010s. Stars like AJ Lee, Caitlyn, and even recent releases like Nia Jax and Naomi, now in AEW as Trinity, could provide instant credibility to a new championship. Their fan followings, combined with their in-ring abilities, would allow them to bridge the past with the present, capturing the attention of longtime fans while showcasing their skills to a new generation. AJ Lee, a three-time Divas champion, is one of the most beloved female wrestlers of her era. Known for her strong character work, wrestling skills, and edgy anti-diva persona, AJ's return would undoubtedly be monumental. Her experience on the mic and in the ring would bring instant credibility to the Women's US Championship, making her the ideal choice to establish the title's legacy. Plus, her absence since 2015 has left fans longing for her return. AJ would also introduce a fresh dynamic to WWE's current roster of female superstars, given her contrasting persona and unique wrestling style. She could reignite old rivalries with stars like Charlotte Flair or create new feuds with talents like Rhea Ripley. Known for her athleticism, high-energy entrances, and connection with the audience, Naomi was a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion before her departure. Since then, she has reinvented herself on AEW under the name Trinity, showing a fierce edge and expanding her moveset. If WWE and Trinity can come to terms, she could be the perfect star to bring back and elevate the Women's US Championship. Her high-flying style and charisma would give the championship a fresh, dynamic flair and set it apart from the traditional women's titles. The former Divas champion and bodybuilder could bring a powerhouse style to the Women's US Championship. Although she left WWE in 2014, Caitlyn returned briefly during the Mae Young Classic in 2018, showing she still had a strong following and physical presence in the ring. Bringing her back as a legitimate contender would also cater to nostalgic fans who remember her early WWE days and her feuds with AJ Lee and other divas from that era. Though controversial, Nia Jax has a dominant in-ring presence and undeniable impact on WWE's women's division. Known for her powerhouse style and intimidating stature, Nia could establish the Women's US Championship as a hard-hitting title for the division. Her recent return appearances on WWE programming suggest that she still has a following, and her character could elevate the prestige of the new championship. Having wrestled for promotions like Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor, Emma brings a well-rounded, polished in-ring style and an underdog appeal. Her return to WWE would be well received, especially if she was crowned as the first Women's US Champion. Emma has the unique ability to adapt her character, going from heel to face seamlessly, which would make her run as champion exciting and unpredictable. The Women's US Championship presents a great opportunity for compelling storylines, especially if it's contested by both current stars and returning veterans. Imagine the debut of the Women's US Championship in a tournament format, with competitors from both Raw and SmackDown vying for the title. WWE could incorporate surprise entrants, including returning stars, to generate hype. In a scenario where a returning star like AJ Lee is crowned the first champion, Triple H could set her up for a program with a current top talent like Rhea Ripley. AJ's anti-establishment persona would be the perfect foil to Rhea's dominant, intimidating character. Other stars like Bayley, Dakota Kai, or Zoe Stark could also be intriguing contenders, bringing a fresh mix of wrestling styles and personality.